Today I'm going to show you how to test your internet speed in a couple of different ways. The first way, and this is the simplest way, is to go to speedtest.net. I'll put a link to it in the description, and then when the page loads, you just hit begin test here. And but the thing about this is it doesn't necessarily give you 100% accurate internet speed because it's kind of at that moment in time. So I'll explain that a bit more later. But as you can see, first it tests your ping rate, and the lower this is, the better. Basically, that's how long it takes a piece of information to get from wherever their server is back to you. So every time you send something, it takes 55 milliseconds at the minimum. So if you're playing a video game or something on your home internet, then you want this extremely low because when you move a joystick and you want the person to go forward, you want that data to be sent instantly, pretty much, so that the person is keeping up with you, like that there's no lag. So ping, no matter how high this number is, your ping can still cause a lot of issues. So it's very important to look into this. Then the next thing is your download speed. That's how much data you can transmit. Like this would be kind of considered the speed limit, like how fast your car can get from point A to point B. So this would be the speed limit, and then this would be how many lanes there are on the highway. How many cars could you fit down that at one time? So both of these are very important. 1.45 megs is pretty terrible. I think the national average is somewhere around like 11 megs. I'm at a hotel right now, so they have pretty bad internet. But this number, actually, you might sometimes see a different number your from somebody that is 8 times lower than this. Like that's only 1/8 of this amount, and that's because this is megabytes per second or megabits per second, sorry, versus megabytes per second. They're two different numbers. I'll kind of explain that a bit more later too. But this is how much you can download, and then this is how much you can upload. Upload isn't as important to the average user, except for things like Skype calls. Video games can use a lot of upload. It's normally when you're down, you want a lot of download speed because if you're streaming a movie, then you're downloading a lot of stuff, but you're not uploading anything back to the server. It's all like you're uploading a little bit, but not a significant amount. The only reasons you need a lot of upload is if you're if you have your own web server or something like that. So the average user upload speed doesn't matter. If you know what it is, then you'll know that you need more. So then another way to test your internet speed, and really this is the better way, is to download a torrent. Like this is a completely legal torrent. This is the Ubuntu operating system, and you can download the torrent right from their website. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. This works better because it'll really max out your internet connection over a period of time of like 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how fast your internet is. So basically, to download a torrent of it, you just need to go to filehippo.com and download uTorrent. You have to spell FileHippo correctly first, though. There we go. FileHippo is in file and then a hippopotamus. So, and then type in uTorrent up at the top. That's U and then a torrent and then the word torrent. And it's this green-looking one right here. You can click on that option, and then you can just download and install it. It's super simple to download and install. I won't go through it, but it takes like 2 seconds. Once you have it downloaded and installed, then you can just click the option here for really any of the torrents. It doesn't matter. So I'll just choose this one, and then I'll hit open, and then just hit OK here. And what you're going to see here is this is the size of the file, and then your down speed is going to be here. Whatever number you see here, you can multiply by 8 to get this number. So that's kind of confusing to some people. This is telling you in megabytes. Well, this number here is in megabits. A byte is 8 bits. It's just how computers kind of deal with this kind of stuff. So it might be a little confusing, but if you're getting, let's say, 1 megabit down speed right here, then you would be getting, I'm sorry, if you're getting 1 megabyte down here, then you would be getting 8 megabits comparably here. So it'll take a little while for this kind of spool up, and when it does, then you'll really see your maximum internet speed. At another place that I have really good internet, I've seen this number go as high as 12 megs, so it can be pretty insane. So this will really max out your internet connection and will really give you a good estimate of how fast your internet is. So you can see it's kind of jumping around kind of low, and it's because I have really crappy quality internet here too. So this will really even show you the quality of your internet as well as the speed. So if you just leave this up, just kind of keep an eye on it. I would wait till it's like at 20% to really have like to take that number as that's how fast my internet speed is. But you can see that the internet here has a real problem with being laggy. But I'd have to multiply this number by 8, so 8 times 300 kbytes would be 2.4 megs, so it's actually a bit higher than this number says. And what's cool about this number is that it's what you actually have, like what you can actually sustainably use over time. So it's actually a much better number than what this gives you, because this just tests it for like 30 seconds. So, and you'll notice too that ping 55 milliseconds, download speed 1.5 megs, upload speed 0.19 megs. I'll test it again. Let me pause this while I'm doing that because this will take a lot of the data. So I'll run it again. And the thing about it is I'll probably get wildly different results. 148 milliseconds, so this is 3 times longer this time. And let's see what it says about my download. Okay, so now my download is higher, like almost 1.5 times higher, and my upload is about the same. So you can't really trust these numbers that much. It gives you an estimate of how good your internet is, but a much better test is to use uTorrent and download something that's a really popular torrent, and it'll max out your download. So, and that's how you test your download speed.